Can you explain me in a few words why poverty is leading to blindness?
Poverty is, I can't say is the cause of the blindness, but poverty is aggravates the problems of the blind person. Because if they are poor, they don't have money to have treatment. They cannot even feed themselves. So for them, the first choice is how they can get food to eat.
Yes.
And so even if they are blind and they have little money, they prefer to eat
Basic
and
needs.
basically and die with their blindness. So it's not a big priority for a blind person who is poor to go in for treatment of his blindness, but he wants to live. So he will prefer to eat with that small money he has than to go and spend that money to treat himself.
You are the only ophthalmologist in this northern region, in the whole northern region. Why is it so important to you to work here?
It's been, I've had a number of motivations. Number one, when I was in high school, my father was blind. He had cataract, and at that time, there were only a few places where he could get treatment. And the first place was Agogo Hospital. He had to be in the queue. They had on the waiting list for 6 months to have one eye done. After that, he had to wait for another 6 months to have the second eye done. So for me, growing up, I did not actually know that I could also help. Until I went to medical school, then I realized that, oh, I think I could do something to change people's lives. So when I came back to Ghana, this was one of the motivations to go to places where I think I can make an impact. There were chances in Accra and Kumasi and the rest, but they had ophthalmologists there already. They had more than one, more than two ophthalmologists. So I was tempted to come to Northern Region. So that's how I ended up here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And what do you think is your most important impact that you have in the life of the beneficiary?
Yeah. Every day after surgery, the next day, what makes me feel satisfied is when we remove the part from the eye and the patient begins to look around and then begins to smile. That is a huge motivation for us, and we see that the person has become a newly born person. He's now able to perceive his surroundings, see things. I've had a number of situations where patients will tell they don't even see what they eat. They don't know how it looks like. So after they are able to see, they appreciate that their lives have changed. Most probably, they don't take it like, you know, they know it is free. They had it for free. But we also want to let them know that it is free for you, but somebody made it happen. So some people have paid for you to get it free. So we want them to appreciate it and give thanks to those people who supported us to help them to see again. So the mere fact that somebody's life changes immediately after the surgery when we remove the part is something that I can't imagine happening.
Motivation
Yeah,
and
it's a
strength
huge
that
motivation. And we want to do more and more and more when we see such successes. So.
Can you explain shortly to our donors in Switzerland why it is so important to donate money for the eyesight project in Ghana?
Yeah, I am very optimistic, and I know that the world is changing, and people think that everybody should be responsible for himself and his health and everything. That is very good. but it's not everybody who can really do that. When you move to communities like you have done, you will see that there are people who genuinely cannot even get food to eat. And if you say that person should find money to pay for his surgery when he doesn't even have what to eat, then you don't give him any choice than to live and die with that blindness. So we think that what the donors are doing is more than service to God and to mankind, because they, within 24 hours, they change somebody's life. And that person who was sitting down, not able to walk, not able to work, can now be helpful in the family. He can go to the farm if he's young and strong to cultivate the land, and he'll be able to get food to eat. If he can work to earn money, he will do that. And then it changes the life of the family. Yes. So one of my passions is the younger ones, like the small girl you brought. She's supposed to go to school. She's supposed to become a professional. She's supposed to make life meaningful for herself. If she is blind, she can actually even die before she gets older, because she's prone to a lot of accidents. She can be knocked down by a vehicle. She can fall into fire. Everything can happen. You give sight back to that person, he becomes a newly born person. He can go to school, become a doctor, become a lawyer, become whoever she wants to be. And she can make meaningful contribution to society and to the development of the country. So for me, I think what you are doing is not only changing the life of one person, but you change the life of the whole family and the country as a whole. And I want to say that you are doing a very good job. And there are times that you might be tempted to stop your support. But we, those who are in the business, we know how it will affect those people, the lives of those people. Our countries have a lot of challenges. They don't have the means to help everybody, and especially the blind. The perception is that blind people, or the blindness, does not kill. And for that matter, our governments are more concerned about killer diseases like malaria, TB, HIV, and whatnot. And they leave out these people who are blind, and they are not going to die because of their blindness. But then it has a huge economic impact
as well
on the country, but we don't calculate that, and they don't know. So they think that since the person is not dying, it is good. We take care of those who are dying. But they forget that that person could contribute immensely to the development of the country if he could see. So what you are doing is that you are changing the life of the person, you are changing the life of the family, you are changing the life of society and the country as a whole. And I will urge you to continue to do that. Whilst doing that, we also have to educate our people that you can't have it forever. It will not be free forever. And so you also prepare yourself as things go on. In case one day they stop, you have to take care of yourself. So,
thank you very much.
yeah.
Can you say it in one sentence to motivate my donors back home?
Yeah, I just want to say a big thank you to all the donors in Switzerland and wherever you get your resources from, that they might think they are doing something very little, but it is really huge. We see it as a very big change they bring to society, they bring to the lives of people. They are changing lives, and they should continue to help us when the resources are available.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's a good message to bring.